Guys, what if I told you that there was a gravity-focused trail system just right outside of Louisville, Kentucky, only just a few miles from literally downtown? With just over a few hundred feet of elevation and over a $50,000 investment, this may be one of the best trail systems here in the Kentucky, Indiana area. Now, I may be just a little bit biased because this is actually one of my favorite trail systems. It's roughly about 45 minutes from my house. I do have a trail system that's much closer, but not with elevation like this and not with gravity trails like this. So I ride this trail system on a very regular basis, and I decided maybe I should show you. Hey guys, if you're new to the Louisville area, or you're here on a work trip, which a lot of people come here on a work trip, and they're always asking, where's the best place to ride your mountain bike in Louisville? We have great trails. Today, we're gonna focus on one trail. It is absolutely incredible, so you're gonna wanna stick around to the end because I'm gonna show you a few of the other little secret spots here to get a taste of what's coming in the future. All right, so in order to find the new trail, we're up here at the top of the fort, and as you can see, the yellow sign right here, right next to the little pit down there and the cabin. And then directly behind me is like the area that you can walk up on here. So we came up the fire road this time. There's several different ways to get here. There's a few different trails. The fire road is maybe the fastest, but not necessarily the easiest to pedal. Anyway, when you get up here to this spot, and you see the yellow sign that says downhill. It's actually talking about going that direction. You're gonna hang a right, and you can see there's a clear path already. All right, so we've now come down that little path here. We're at where the trail splits. If you go to the left here, which is going to be your right or left dropping in, that actually goes to the old hiking trail, which is now an awesome downhill trail as well. But in order to drop into the new trail, I believe it's called Chicken Cinders or Chicken Cindy's, Colonel Cinders. The new trail is called Colonel Cinders, and you're going to hang a right here. So you can see this trail is kind of like worn in. The one to the right is a little less worn in, and that is the new trail, Colonel Cinders. And we're going to ride that. All right, so we're going to do our pre-ride right here. We're starting at the yellow sign I talked about. We're going to drop in on this trail right here and just kind of, we're going to do a chill lap. I'm going to take you with me on this first trip from the top to the bottom, and we're going to go slow so you can see. I'm going to try to break down the features like this first little hump. You kind of got to stay to the right because it's off camber here. This whole section is off camber, and I'm going to go slow, which sometimes is harder. You're gonna do this little section here, gonna drop down in, and when you have some speed, that's a little bit of a compression. You got your first left-hand berm, and you're gonna need to carry some speed out of it because there's a gap jump right there, which I was going too slow, and then a jump right here. It covers the root. You're off camber again. There's some roots. These roots are really gonna start getting exposed in the future. I am gonna slow down because we're gonna come around to this right-hand side. All right, so after you go through that first left-hand berm, then you clear that jump. The next jump has the root on the landing, which is kind of like a little scary, especially if it's wet. You're gonna come to this off camber section, and I stopped to get off the bike so we can break this section down a little bit. Because as you roll in this off camber section, you're gonna come around to a sharp right-hand berm, and it will just catch your speed. You wanna kind of keep it high to keep your speed, because the next thing you're gonna encounter is this little rock garden, and it's not very big, but there's a couple little snag rocks right there that can really catch you up or mess your wheel up. So you want to kind of stay to the middle or hug this tree a little bit. And then right after that, off camber, and we're going to get into the drop, which is why I got off so we can break this section down. You are going to carry a lot of speed through this off camber section right here. Once you get through that off camber section, it's going to flatten out. And when it flattens out is when you need to actually be on the brakes a little bit because there's a drop coming up. If you want to go around the drop, you can just go straight right here. I know that it doesn't look like crap on the camera. If you're coming into this the first time, the only thing I can see right now is the middle of the berm down there. I don't see the landing, I only see the berm. There is a gap. All right, so I have set the camera, and the camera is where you can see before you come off the drop. This is how far away it is. I'm walking away from the camera going up the hill because I want to show you how steep that this landing is. It's pretty steep. There's a big rock to land on here. This will give you an idea of the height. If you want to learn how to do scary drops, this is the best one to learn on because the consequences are pretty minimum. Right where I'm standing is where you come around this tree, and from here, the only thing I can see is the camera. I don't even actually see the berm. I only see the camera. So it's pretty scary looking from here. If you are scared of that drop completely, this is how you can get down here. You can get down here without that drop by just simply taking this part. But I'm gonna go put the camera back in the berm and drop off from it. All right, I'm starting just before you get to that tree to show you how slow that you can go. I'm getting a dead stop right before those trees. I'm gonna square up and just like that. A little bit of, just easy peasy off that. Now, I couldn't have gone any slower. All right, we're off camber here. Got a huge off camber section here. We're gonna run into these rocks. Now, you're gonna wanna stay to the outside because, I mean, not just taking the best line here, but I stopped to show because we're breaking this down. You're gonna wanna stay wide because you gotta come here. It's literally a 90-degree. If you go over these rocks, it pushes you in between the two trees, and then you have an immediate sharp turn to the right, so that's hard to make it any speed. Although this is a little off camber here, dropping in here. Now it's a steep section here. This chute, it's gonna push you out there. And I got my foot off and you can see I slid out at going at no speed. So off camber again, we're gonna have another little huge berm here. And we're gonna push into the berm. We're gonna go up and around. These are tight turns and that's it. This bottom section though, running out of the trail is fun. Just be careful of other riders that are in the area. And we're gonna go back up and we'll do our re-ride of that. All right, so you might be wondering how to get to the new trail. You can take that path right there that goes up to the jump line and around the ridge. We're gonna take the faster way, but it may not be easier on a regular bike. On an e-bike, not a big deal, but it is the fastest way. And since we're just showcasing that trail today, we're gonna take the fastest, easiest way up on the e-bike here. You do not need an e-bike to ride here. However, because it is short, punchy climbs, e-bike just allows you to get more laps in. Doing something a little bit different here by just showcasing a specific park and an individual trail. And we're gonna hang a right and go up this way. You can take that trail right there if you want. Grab on. I am. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm filming the new trail today.
Oh, it's awesome.
Which video did you watch?
I think you're in Pisgah, North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
My brother just recommended.
Awesome.
Just let it go. So.
That's awesome.
Good stuff. Do a lot of traveling?
I do, but until gas prices go down, I may not be going anywhere for a little while. What's your name?
I'm Tom.
Tom, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
I'm actually out here all the time. This is my favorite place to ride.
Okay.
So we just got done with the first climb up and the pre-ride. Now we're gonna do a re-ride. So we'll take it a little bit faster, but not at full speed. I'll just do less slowing down to show you everything and just kind of go through the trail. Not at a blasting speed, but not that slow speed. We're gonna go just a little bit faster. Woo! Because it is different at a little bit higher speed. Like that was much easier to clear. That was not because I didn't have enough speed. That one is tricky. Now these roots are gonna really get exposed, but like I said, we're gonna slow down here. We're gonna push ourselves around these rocks and maintain our speed this time instead of stopping. A little bit of speed. It's back into sliding out because I know the videos do not do a justice of what the terrain looks like how steep or off camber something really is. I wish I could do something about that, but I can't. Now this section right here, I have to slow down. It's really pushing out. People are gonna start sliding off there until we can build up something that's sustainable. And that's really the only part of the trail that probably needs a little bit of work. And that's not due to anything with the building. All right. Right, a little sneak peek for you. I'm not gonna show you everything, so you can just get a little sneak peek and that's all I'm showing you. You'll have to watch the next video. We've done our pre-ride, our re-ride, and now we're gonna drop in on our free ride. Before we drop in, I wanna give a special thanks to Kimba of Louisville. and especially Derek Fecco. He has a big heart for this place out here, and everybody in Louisville has such a great attitude about mountain biking. It's so awesome. Like, the amount of help that gets done is incredible. I love everybody that is a part of that. Everybody does a good job at fundraising and helping out, and these trail systems around here are really great. You'll have to stay tuned for my other videos to see what else Louisville has to offer. Woo, yeah! Pushing through, sliding out, man. This is washing out because it's so dry. Really keeping me on my toes here. It's not stopping me. Oh yeah, one. Whoop. This part right here. Oh, that's sketchy today. Anyway, all right. Hey, drop me a comment below if you've ridden this trail. If you haven't and you want to come check it out, let me know. I'd love to come ride it with you. As I said, Kimbo, Louisville, here at Fort Duffield, built an incredible trail. There's another one that you got to see. I'm going to do some future videos, so don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so it pops up in your news feed. Comment below if you've ever been here. If not, comment below if you want to ride out here with me. I'd love to. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up here at Fort Duffield here in West Point, Kentucky, right outside of Louisville. The new trail is pretty awesome, and if you want to see the rest of the trails, hit that subscribe button. If you've ever been here before, comment below and let me know what your favorite trail is here, and I'll highlight it for you and maybe give you a shout out on this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and until then, I'll see you on the next trail.